7 habits of highly effective software developers. Today we're going to dig into something every developer should know. The 7 habits of highly effective people, or we're going to adapt it to the 7 habits of highly effective software developers. We're taking the classic habits out of Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and giving them a software engineer's twist. So stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll know how to apply these habits to level up your development game and become more productive, efficient, and effective. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thomason, and here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps, as well as to build custom software solutions. I do a lot of work as a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology, teams, and products. All right, let's dive into these habits and see how they can transform you from regular coder into a highly effective software developer. So the first habit in Covey's book is to be proactive, and for software developers, this is huge. It's about taking ownership. Don't just wait for someone to assign you a task. Be proactive in finding problems, suggesting solutions, and optimizing your work. It's also about anticipating issues. How many times have you coded something and later thought, why didn't I see the bug coming? Be proactive by thinking ahead, anticipating roadblocks, and addressing them before they become bigger issues. In software, being proactive could be the difference between a smooth release and a catastrophic bug. So the next one is begin with the end in mind. This one is all about vision. For developers, it's critical to understand the final product before you even start coding. You need to think about how your code will integrate with other systems, how scalable it needs to be, and what kind of future maintenance it might require. If you're just hacking together code with no plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. Having a clear end goal in mind ensures that every line of code you write serves a purpose and brings you closer to successful outcomes. Start with the big picture, then break it down into manageable pieces. I run into this all the time when I see people under or over architect. Recently, we were working on an application for a company, and it was only going to be for 10 people to use, but it needed to be highly performant, but only for 10 people. And the developer was trying to build in way too large of systems. This is a great example where you really need to look at the end in mind. The next one is put first things first. In software development, there's always something to do. Debugging, writing new features, refactoring code, but you've got to know how to prioritize first things first. And it's about focusing on what matters and what's most important, not what's most urgent. Developers can get caught up in the whirlwind of last-minute changes or minor bugs, but the key is to being effective is learning to prioritize high-impact tasks. It's like choosing to fix the foundation of your house instead of repainting the walls. Prioritize the features that will move the needle for your project. And speaking of priorities, if your companies have systems that aren't connected, it's time to fix that. Here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company run like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer and let's get your systems working in harmony. Now, the next one is think win-win. Collaboration is the name of the game, and think win-win is about creating solutions that benefit everyone involved. In software development, this could mean finding ways to deliver value to both the client and the end user. It could also mean being a team player, sharing knowledge, mentoring junior developers, or contributing to open source projects. When you're always thinking about how to create win-win situations, you stop seeing competition within your team and start seeing opportunities for mutual growth. This habit turns you into a developer who's not only technically skilled, but also invaluable to your team. All right, the next one, seek first to understand, then to be understood. How often do developers jump into coding without fully understanding the problem? This habit is all about listening and comprehension. Before you start writing code, take the time to understand the requirements and the constraints and the goals. Whether it's client feedback, team discussions, or user research, listen first. As developers, we often want to be the smartest person in the room, but sometimes the most effective way to solve a problem is by truly understanding it first. Once you've listened, your solution will be much more targeted and impactful. The next one is synergize. Synergy is about teamwork and collaboration in software development. The most successful projects happen when diverse teams come together to create something bigger than the sum of their parts. Developers, designers, product managers, everyone brings a unique perspective. When you synergize, you leverage the strength of your team to create something far better than you could on your own. It's not just about being the best developer on the team. It's about helping the entire team succeed. Remember, 2 minds are better than 1. Now, next, sharpen the saw. This habit is all about self-improvement. As a software developer, you've got to keep learning, growing, and keep sharpening your skills. The tech world moves fast, and what was cutting edge a year ago could be obsolete today. So whether it's picking up a new language, exploring a new framework, or mastering DevOps, sharpening the saw is about constantly improving your skill set. The best developers are the ones who never stop learning. So take time to invest in yourself, because the more you learn, the more effective you'll become. Now, continuous integration and automation. If you want to be an effective effective developer, you need to leverage tools that make your job easier. Continuous integration, or CI, and automation are game changers. When you automate repetitive tasks like testing or deployments, you free up time to focus on more complex problem solving. CI helps you catch bugs early, reduces manual errors, and ultimately speeds up development cycles. Don't be afraid to invest time in learning automation tools. It will pay off in the long run and make you a more effective developer. Now, if your company's systems aren't automated or smoothly integrated, it's time to step up. Here at Starter Pack, we specialize in connecting and automating systems to optimize your business. So visit starterpack.com/Spencer and we can help your company's efficiency up to the next level. Now, software development isn't a sprint. I know we call a lot of them sprint, but it's a marathon. The most effective developers are understanding the complex problems you take to solve. You'll face bugs, roadblocks, and setbacks, but persistence is key. Don't rush to slap on a quick fix. Take the time to understand the problem and solve it the right way. Patience, persistence, and a willingness to integrate until you get to the right are what make great developers stand out. Now, at the end of the day, it's not about how many hours you put in, it's about the impact of your work. Highly effective developers focus on creating features or products that drive results. If a small tweak you made improves system performance by 50%, that's a huge win. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that working longer hours equals success. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Focus on delivering value and you'll find that your effectiveness will naturally increase. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I've missed some? I love having a great discussion, so make sure to leave a comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe. Here at Starter Pack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps, as well as to build custom software solutions. So reach out because we'd love to help. Hit the links down below or check out starterpack.com today.